Good morning. I hope everybody's having a great morning. Javis, I didn't know yesterday was a holiday either. What was that, like Columbus Day, or just give me another day off from work day for the post office? But good morning, Javis. Good morning, Peddling Profits. Good morning, Hank. And I hate you had to walk all uphill to the post office for 2 miles, Javis. At least you got to come back downhill. Or do you live in one of those places where it's always uphill? I don't know, Hank. I don't know. Maybe in the chat that helps direct the traffic or something. I don't know. Good morning, reseller. Bethy, how are you this morning? Okay, I'm with you on that, Jabus. I guess everybody was busy and just didn't realize it. I didn't realize it. Because my mail sometimes will sit in the box a couple of days before I pick it up. Anyhow, how was everybody's day yesterday? So you got more stuff to take to the post office today, or you got to take out to the mailbox. So did anybody have any fantastic sales yesterday? After the show, I didn't do anything reseller related at all. You never go to any mailbox? After I finished with the show, Roberta had a doctor's appointment, and we left there and went over to see the baby for a few hours, and he's just as cute as ever. He's actually back up to his birth weight. Well, almost to his birth weight. He weighs 8 pounds 11 ounces now. He was 8 pounds 13 ounces when he was born. So they seem to be getting that down pat. Then, of course, they're young and they're freaking out. Why is he losing so much weight? Well, apparently they do lose a little weight after they're born, but trying to get his feeding habit down and making sure he's getting enough to eat, that was a challenge for them. Now they got all that worked out. Let's see. Hi, Mr. Bumcrack. How are you this morning? How are things across the big pond? Okay, I was reading the chat. Sorry, I was reading the chat and seeing why Hank was drenched in sweat. Yeah, he got his weight back. No fantastic sales, but glad to have 9 sales from Sunday and Monday. No sales on Friday and Saturday, like the store was closed. Mr. Sadie, how are you this morning, sir? Did you have yesterday off? I don't know whether the schools were closed for it or not. Probably not. But Mr. Sadie probably had it off because he's Mr. Sadie. Um, yeah, I'm glad. It's really been kind of nice here. It's still been warm, but it's been down in the low parts of warm. So it was really nice. You could actually run the put the windows down and feel really comfortable driving the car, which is good because my air conditioner is not working in my truck, and I'm not going to have it fixed. With winter just about here, the heater works just fine. That's all I care about going into the winter months. Good morning, Ping. How are you this morning? And by the way, pinned to the top of the chat is the link to the show if anybody wants to come in here and hang out with me. Oh, y'all had school yesterday. I thought schools had all the federal holidays off. Mr. Sadie, are you also? Can you substitute? Oh, can't you imagine Mr. Sadie being a substitute teacher? Hello, my name is Mr. Sadie. I'm your substitute today, and if you give me any shit, I will build a wall and I will build a room and build a wall so you can't get out. Oh God. Good morning, Vintage. If I didn't say that already. Good morning, John. I don't know why. I gotta find out about this at thing because that's not your YouTube channel, so I don't know what that's about. I'll have to do some research. And honestly, I wouldn't even noticed it if someone had said something about it. Yeah, Mr. Sadie's in school, in charge of after-school detention. They got some of the nicest. His schools have got some of the nicest lawns there are because those after-school detentions. He's got kids out there with a pair of scissors trimming the sidewalks. You be yeah. You'd make using the belt great again. Yeah, probably some. So, um, lag. Good to see you this morning, lad. Um, yeah, Mr. Sadie. You know that was a thing in school when I was growing up. A teacher would use a paddle on you, and high schoolers, a principal would use a paddle on you. As you said, we'll start a campaign, Mr. Sadie. Make the belt great again. Yeah, Mr. Sadie teaches them to actually wear a belt. I have to admit I don't always wear a belt, but my drawers aren't showing, so my drawers ain't showing. Craig, how are you this morning? Down in Craig's part of Alabama, they're lucky if they wear pants, period. Can, what the hey is that? Oh wow. Is that actually a YouTube channel? Or is that a Facebook group? Not with all this goodness. I have to keep it closed, Craig. So everybody's How many people in the chat was surprised yesterday was a holiday and the mail wasn't going to run? Actually knew it was a holiday. Well, you might get 10 new subscribers over there, Anissa. Vintage knew it was a holiday. Javis knew it was a holiday. I did not know it was a holiday. And yes, it created I'm going to say a hardship for people that's got stuff to ship out. I just think they need to go to, based on the amount of mail we get here at the house. If we didn't get junk mail, we wouldn't get any mail at all. So they should go to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mail delivery, cut their budget, maybe reduce the prices of stuff. Because I'm in favor of Mecklenburg County putting a 2 cents per piece of mail that does not have first class postage on it for a disposal fee. Because when I go out to the mailbox, I stop at the trash can on the way in, and if it's junk mail, it goes directly in the trash can. And some months I just about fill it up with information about old people's homes that I know Roberta's got put my name on the list. I think she's trying to give me the hint. You okay, let me back up here. Your allergies really acting up, Anissa? Oh, yeah. Oh, so it's not Roberta that has signed me up. It's Lag that has signed me up on all these mailing lists, and he signed Todd up too. How about stay away from our wives because I'm afraid that they'll get together and decide to put me and Todd in a home in Alabama, so we'll be near. We can entertain each other, and Scott can come by and see us until he joins us. Oh, you have a CPAP? Yeah, I've got a CPAP too. Um, I have a CPAP machine. I got to get a new one. Mine's about 20 years old. I need to, I don't want to spend the $2,000 to get another study done, so they'll update it. I just need to start going to yard sales and see if I can find one. Sterilize all the parts, put new mask and tubing on it. Call it a day. You know, and this I'm gonna agree with you. Some nights I sleep better without the CPAP than I do with it, and I think it's based on how I'm sleeping. Like if I sleep in the recliner when my back's hurting me and I got my heating pad going, If I go to sleep in there, I'm sitting up, sort of, so I seem to sleep okay. Roberta says I snore like a freight train, but I sleep all night. And then there's nights when I got the CPAP machine on, it seems like it just irritates the heck out of me all night long. It probably will, but I'll still have to have a study. Oh, you have the do you have the full face one, Anissa? Oh God. Let's see, I went to bed about 1 o'clock last night, and I woke up because one of the cats got in the window and opened the curtains. I woke up about 8:15. Is that what your husband says? You have to have the full face one because your mouth won't stay shut. Good morning, chick. No, I don't. They need to make a little small one for travel, and they might do. Try the CBD cream. I think I've tried that. Because it doesn't take a lot. And if they could push a little bit more air through them, like the little, I don't know why they had to have these big old hoses, except for people like Anissa that has to have the full face one. Just like a cannula type thing, like you have in the hospital for oxygen. Because some of them, there's some of the nose pieces that are just like two rings that go up in your nose. To me, I'm afraid those are going to give me pig nose. Roberta laughed at me when I said that. Try the THC oil before bedtime. It'll help sleep. Jabez, have you seen the things that just goes up under your nose? Roberta ordered one of those and tried it, and it was useless. Todd is in Ireland. He's drinking his way. He's pubbing it. He's doing a pub crawl. He was in Dublin yesterday. Wasn't that where he was at? He might make an appearance in a minute. Um. Anyway, so anybody got anything exciting going on today? Payne's going to list another 100 things. I'm sure. Todd's probably not having a good time because he's thinking about all the stuff that he's bought that he needs to pick up and get listed. God only knows what Bearded Picker is doing today. Monday is his auction day. Nice. You taking your high school Spanish teacher to dinner on Thursday. She is 97 years old. My goodness. Yeah, that's exactly it. He's gonna be fussing about that. He said, "Oh, I'm having such a great time," in his mind. He's thinking about, "I've had all these cancels because I was out of the country." Oh, there. Speaking of the devil, what's right up this morning? Scott, you under the weather? Or you just slow getting started this morning? Scott is so funny. You know, I Scott, put your fingers in your ear for a minute. He is really funny to be such an introvert, as he says. Um, well, that's nice, Beth. Yeah, 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 probably so. Wait a minute, you have 90 to ship today? Need to get motivated? Oh, damn, Scott. You better get off your butt and get that stuff listed. You know, they close at 5 o'clock. Is that a bunch, a lot of meat? Is that a lot of media? Because those will be easy for you to ship. There's the link if anybody wants to join. I don't care who it is, even lag. Preferably somebody pretty. Uh, yeah. I'm assuming that's from one of his songs, Mr. Sadie, because I don't know whether would know any of Alan Jackson's songs unless I heard him play. Then I might say, "Oh, I know that song." It's you know, Mr. Sadie, you're really into music. Um, some of these bands from the '80s, I wonder if they ever imagined that they would be their music would be played on top 40 type radio shows. I heard um, I heard them playing a Poison song the other day on 102.9 or 102.2, 102.7, whichever it is. And that definitely was not top 40 when it was first came out. Which my love remembers them because she loves Poison. She loves all those music, that kind of music. That kind of music. God, that sounded like an old man, didn't it? Yeah, the Lake Jabus. I forget he can he can listen to it down in his part of the country. What used to be funny is back in the days before, FM radio was kind of a you had to be a rich folk to have an FM radio. Uh, WBT, which was a local radio station, AM radio station, you could hardly hear them in Rock Hill, but at night they could boost their power up, and you could hear them in Florida. That was where Bob Lacey got his start at. Yeah, they play everything now. They play everything. They're all over the spectrum. Okay, let's see. I love Poison. Oh, Anissa loves Poison. You like that long-haired blonde dude on there, didn't you? That was probably all of them except one guy that didn't have long blonde hair. The hairband is what destroyed the ozone, all that hairspray. Let's see. Chick like Poison, White Snake, Def Leppard. So many good ones those days. And and I've said it before. I don't know if the music that's coming out now will be. They will have the longevity of some of the like the '80s music. I just don't think they have the staying power. I don't think there's enough difference in their sound to justify it. Like all these chicks singing today, they all sound alike. Are you getting Spanish commercials? Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyhow, that was just my opinion. And I'm going to say the great actors and actresses are dying off, and there's nobody really to replace them, especially in the British community. Mrs. Bouquet died, if anybody knows who she is. Richard died last year. Oh, I have an opinion on everything. It might not be what people want to hear, but I have one. I have more opinions than Scotch does. Well, there was, I'm talking about old school. You know, what's Angelina Jolie or whatever her name is? I can't tell you a movie I've seen that she was in. She was probably in it, but I don't remember. Yeah, keeping up appearances. Ding, ding, ding. John, you get a point. I, I wish I could give you a special icon or something like that. Jake, hey man, what's that? It's going. It's going. Let's say that. How are you this
Good.
morning?
Oh, hey, I'm just preparing for the eviction process.
Are you starting to evict somebody? Snidely,
Two, two. It's worth my drive to the courthouse for two.
Snidely Whiplash. Okay, you got to have a black top hat. You got to put on your little fake mustache. You know what is it? Handlebar mustache where it goes out, curves up, uh, and get your black cape on.
Right, right, right.
That was Snidely. You you're smiling about that too much. Have these been problem tenants you're glad to be getting rid of?
I'm not sad to see them go if that's
Okay,
what happens.
okay.
Yeah, yes. I mean, it's more work for me to, but there is a point. I have a limit. I have a limit at what I'll put up with, and they have reached that. They have both reached that limit.
Now, is this one of the ones that you manage or one of the ones that you own?
Manage.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
My
do you
my ten- my tenants are all perfect little well
ain't
behaved citizens of the world.
kissing their ass will be out on the street?
That's right. That's right. They know it.
It's like I've talked about him before. The guy down in Rock Hill that used to, if your rent wasn't paid by the 15th and it was paid out, it was due on the first, you come home on the 15th afternoon and all your stuff would be out by the street. He would pay. He would pay. It was known that he would rather pay the the penalties and all of that kind of stuff.
The legal fees.
Yeah, all of that than have to deal with the people because that can
Yeah,
drag out for months. So what does he do? He gets a fine and he pays the fine and moves on.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Now,
I've been known to cash for keys in some cases, but I don't think I'm gonna do that on this one. Um, I don't think I will put up with that in this case. It's by the time I go to court, I mean by the time I go to the courthouse to file the unlawful detainer, which is
right.
the first step in our state. The first step in our state is the unlawful detainer filing, and once I do that, I'm locked in, baby. I'm locked in. I'm in for the long haul on that one.
Once you do that, there's no going back.
Well, they have one remedy. The law allows them one remedy. If they pay everything up to date and have a zero balance at any moment, it dismisses the unlawful detainer. But that's their only remedy.
Do these folks owe a lot?
No, no. But I don't. I don't know that they're gonna fight it. I don't know. We'll see.
Right. So did you get finished with all your your personal construction projects, or are you still ongoing?
It's wrapping up. It's the little piddly stuff now. It's putting up blinds, putting outlet covers, and touching up the paint. Where it got messed up after painting was done. There's a couple of places where it got messed up afterwards, and um, just little stuff, little stuff.
Well, that's good. That's good. So
Then
are you
it's the van. The next build program is going to be the van.
getting ready to go on the road?
No, building the van.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Bu-
yeah, to put it on
Build,
the road. Yeah, yeah.
building out the inside.
Yep, that's it. That's
There's
it.
a, there's some people that have built some really nice rigs inside of their vans.
Oh yeah. I've always wanted to buy a CNC machine, and I finally found one that I want, and it's a semi portable one.
A what
It's
machine?
CNC machine, so I can cut plywood
Okay.
and things. Because I think most of the things are going to be built out of maple plywood,
Right.
uh, furniture grade plywood, because it's stronger than just wood. It doesn't warp, as much, and so stronger for the amount of weight in general. So I think I'm gonna buy one of those. There's one that you attach to a 4x8 sheet of plywood, and it's on cables that it pulls itself around on that, laying at a 45-degree angle.
Right.
I think that's what I'm gonna do, because one, I can store that thing in like a, I don't know, 2 foot by 2 foot cube, in a box, versus most other CNC machines are this big table saw looking thing that's like
Right.
huge, and a big table and everything else. Well, the piece of plywood is the table at that point.
They're talking about you in the chat. Lag
Oh, are
said
they?
Lag said you would have already evicted him, and Jabez says that you would have evicted him because he kept digging basements. And my thoughts is you would just keep raising the rent because he got more square footage.
Oh, that's right. It's a dollar a square foot. There we go.
Oh Lord. Uh,
That's too funny.
um, sorry, I was catching up. I was listening to you, not reading the chat. Times were tough. Yeah, times are tough, and there are a lot of homeless people, and there's a lot of people on the street corners asking for money.
That's true.
But there's been so many people, so many reports of, you know, of scams going on that I think people are just their sympathy has gone out the window.
Yeah, I I have a lot of sympathy for people who try to help themselves, but I have none for the rest.
Yeah.
I have none for the rest, and that's probably the best way to put it.
And see, I remember one time coming when I was doing merchandising, I came out of a Walmart, and there was a woman and her two little kids on a corner, and it was so freaking hot. And they were sitting out there, not under in the shade or not under an umbrella. They were just sitting out there with her sign up. And I'm thinking, you know, this needs to be a child preventative, you know, investigation.
Oh, child abuse? Yeah,
Yeah, because
probably.
it's it was hot, and I'm
Yeah.
surprised those kids weren't just like passed out there. Yeah, Jake is a good guy, except when he's like uh, Mr. Hyde. He goes from Jake, and then all of a sudden he goes into his bedroom, and when he comes out, he's Mr. Uh, Snidely Whiplash. Get out of my house. Pay your money or get out. I
Well, what is today? The 14th or 15th, whatever it is.
Dang, the half the month's already gone.
Yeah, exactly. So one of them hasn't paid anything, and one of them has paid partial, but neither one of them has made an effort to pay a portion of their last paycheck. So that's kind of where I draw that line. It's like, okay, you've chosen not to pay a portion of your paycheck. I don't, again, I don't care if it's what part of it is necessarily, as long as it's some reasonable part of it.
Right.
And and I know they've gotten a paycheck because they've said so, and they were supposed to pay. And I'm like, so I sent them a notice last night. I said, hey, rent's got to be paid by 8 a.m. That's all I said. That's all I'm going to tell them. The next thing they'll know is the sheriff's office will be there. See, I don't give them the warning that the sheriff's office is going to try to serve them, because then they might try to hide in some cases. But I do tell them, a lot of times I do tell them, I say, hey, it's got to be here by such and such a time, and if it isn't, I don't make any threats. I just tell them. That's it. Nothing else. That's all they get.
Oh, Jay, Lag, you're just too much.
What do
Lag
you,
said,
what?
Lag said, Jake would not have been happy with my basement mini hadron collider fusion machine I'm working on.
I'm making a black hole in my basement. Oh
That's
man.
right. That's right. Isn't that
Um,
what caused the collider? Isn't that what caused the Flash, or at least the TV series Flash, an explosion?
an implosion. I think hadron colliders cause implosions. I think.
Okay, I don't know. Well, they had an explosion. Um, anyway, Lag, don't be destroying the planet in your basement, please.
Oh yeah.
What's going to happen though is not because Scott frequents this channel. The Black Ops people are already monitoring mine and Todd's and Scott's and Josh's and all these other channels. So now they're going to read that statement, and they're going to dispatch a team out there to investigate your Lag.
Yeah. That's probably it.
Oh, Lag! It's like in the episode of The Big Bang Theory Sheldon ordered some yellow uranium or something like that for an experiment. He was going to build
Mhm.
a fusion power plant in his backyard,
Oh my.
and and the people in black suits wearing sunglasses and talking into their sleeves showed up to answer him some questions, and had to explain to this 10-year-old why he could not possess yellowcake. Is it yellowcake uranium? Lag, you know that kind of stuff. Uh, why it was not legal to possess such a thing. I think Lag is a Sheldon. But well, it sounds like your day is going to start off with a bang.
Well, I'm gonna check on I'm gonna check on another property first before I do that. The one that had the water hose, the garden hose, burst in the basement because they're not learned enough, I guess, or whatever. Made a mistake, I guess, and left a water hose connected to a faucet in the basement and didn't turn the faucet off, and the hose burst.
Dang. So you had to get that mess cleaned up.
Well, I already have big blowers and dehumidifiers running, so I just need to go check on it and see if it's dried out now.
Right. Are they still living there?
Oh yeah.
Now, are they responsible for any cost that is incurred getting this thing straightened out because of their
Yeah,
negligence?
yeah, technically probably are, but I think the owner's going to pay for it, except
Oh,
for the electricity.
yeah. Jake has got a soft heart. Listen, guys and gals, Jake has got a soft heart. He must be keeping Snodley under wrap because Snodley would be saying, "Pay my $400 in labor."
Oh, it's not. It's not my. It's a managed property on this one,
Right.
but they'll pay for the electricity that the heaters are going to take because that's the next step probably. Run a heater, run a couple heaters for about a week at 80 degrees in the basement probably.
How long you want me to get you? How long? Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Why is a garden hose in the basement? Exactly the question I asked. I mean, there's a water faucet that's intended to take a hose to the outside, but why did somebody just leave it connected? It makes no sense. It was tripping hazard anyway.
I don't know. You know what people think. You know, there was a story about one of the buildings uptown, one of the older buildings that they had renovated into apartments,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't change because it was going to cost too much money. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't change out a pipeline. It's
Oh
like a
my.
major supply. It was a metal supply line,
Oh my.
and it burst, and thousands of gallons of water went from the
Oh.
top of the building to the bottom of the building. So the company that owns the building, they ended up having to move all these people into apartments, short-term rentals,
Yeah. Wow.
basically rip out just about the whole interior of the building
My.
and replace it all.
So here's an interesting perspective. John Jones says the rental business sounds problematic and frustrating. So the whole point of a rental business is that you're taking on those problems for a fee. So that is the rental business, and so you knowingly are taking those things on, just like an IT business is taking on all the IT problems of some third party or some company or whatever. So we're a lot the same way. We are there to be problem solvers. That's exactly why we're there.
We have, but see, you don't always have the problem, people.
Right. Right. We don't
Uh,
always have problems all the time, but with as many as I have, I constantly have at least one.
we uh, we have a friend that's some friends. It's a couple, and they have
You have friends?
yeah, they have a couple. They have a couple of rentals, and they have one rental that an older couple, has lived in for 35 years.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And every time they start talking about, Sandy will get a call from them and say, "Hey, we were thinking about changing out the carpet in the living room. Do you mind if we change it out?" And Sandy's like, "I'll see you this weekend." And she says, "Tell me what you want. I'll get it put in."
Yep.
Because if that makes them happy and wants to continue to rent,
Mm-hmm.
then they'll do it. She says that rental's got a nicer kitchen in it than she does, because the
Mm-hmm.
lady likes to cook, and they were talking about switching out a range.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, after about 3 years, she's like, "Oh, you don't worry about it. You pick whatever you want out." Because it's
Oh
in
yeah.
the older part of Charlotte, and it's kind of a artsy area,
Mm-hmm.
and so rents go for pretty good money over there.
Yeah.
And so they, what's a $4,000 gas
Right.
range, when they're going to be making about $40,000 a year off that apartment
Right. I was gonna
when
say, what's rent?
that house.
$3,000 a month, probably. Somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 a month
It,
for
like
the rent.
it's like 3,300, I think it is.
See, there you go. Yep.
So
I think that's a no-brainer. You give them a $4,000 stove.
that's because I was talking to some people down the street that are from Europe. Um, they said, people go their whole lives over there with living in a rental unit,
Oh
and
yeah, for sure.
never have the desire to own a property.
The American dream is made up by the bank system to enslave you your entire life to make you think that you need to own a home. The American dream is the dream of the bank. We'll put it that way. The white picket fence. Yeah, it's an American thing. It's a very American thing, made up to enslave people their entire life.
Because really, you never stop paying on a house. Or you always got taxes, and you got this, and you got that other.
Yep. Taxes. Yeah, every state so far still
So
has real estate taxes, except for I want to say it's one of the Dakotas, either South Dakota or North Dakota. I don't think has real estate tax. One, I think there's maybe one state that does not have real estate tax. Every other one does. Florida's looking at getting rid of it, though. I think they should get rid of real estate taxes altogether, or that it that you pay real estate taxes for the first 10 years, or some number,
right.
and then anything after that you don't pay. Um, yeah, Hank, exactly. Yeah, the white picket fence was financed as well. Exactly, it's all financed.
I mean,
And the thing about people having so much stuff financed is they're slaves to their job. You cannot tell your boss to go suck it or whatever, and you're beholden to that job because you can't afford to lose everything.
yeah.
But if you don't have that debt and don't have that hanging over your head, well, guess what? The boss doesn't have the same level of control. The balance of power is now back to you. You can go get a different job because it's just the way it is.
One of my good friends' his son is like 30 now, and he works for a
And
bank.
taxed every time. Yeah, taxed every time you fix it too, land chart. Don't forget that. Taxed every time.
Yeah, he works in mid management of a bank, and he and his girlfriend were celebrating their third anniversary, and he took her to Ruth Chris's,
Mm-hmm.
which is like a Morris, like one of the
Oh well.
upscale steakhouses.
Yeah, up in.
And they went in there, and while they were sitting there, his boss and some other uppity ups came in there. And on Monday morning, he was called to his office and said, "I saw you at Ruth Chris's. What's the deal here?" And he's like, "What do you mean? What's the deal?" He said, "How can you how can you afford to eat? I mean, to eat like that?" And he went over and he said his son went over and shut the door and he said, let me explain something to you. I'm working here for knowledge, not because I need the money. I He said, because I've worked a job since I was old enough to work, and I worked under the table jobs before then. He said, I'm probably in a better financial shape than you are. And he said after that, that his boss was always harassing him.
Yeah.
And he said, I told him, you shouldn't really said that, but it's a persona that there's some people in this world that do not spend everything that they get. They
Yeah.
don't wear the Rolex watches. They don't drive the Beamers, even though
Yeah.
this day and time, a Chrysler will cost you as much as a daggum Beamer.
Oh yeah.
Um, so you know,
Or
ne-
more. Yeah.
never was it judge a book by its cover, because
Yeah.
it could be hollow or it could be filled with wealth.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's Jake. Jake drives this old van, and he's always chasing problems and whatnot, but he's probably got a big old vault full of cash, coins, mutual funds, bearer bonds, all that kind of good stuff.
Who knows? Who knows?
I'm not too big on debt though. You do it
Uh,
you do it when need to do it.
you do it when it makes sense,
Yeah.
and it makes dollars and cents. Debt is fine. It's a good tool, just like anything else. It's a tool, but just like a sword, a gun, or whatever else, you can kill yourself with it, literally.
Yeah.
Um, if you're not careful, or if you don't know how to actually use it.
It's I was reading an article about there's a bank out west, and they have um they have really it's a small bank with big deposits. Um, they have really strict rules on credit. They don't do any of this low numbers stuff, credit numbers. If you don't have a certain rating, that you don't get a loan. Don't matter what color you are, who you are, what sex you are. You've got to meet their guidelines. And they got in trouble with the feds, and the bank said, "Are you going to guarantee these loans?" And they said no. And he said, "Okay, then. If you're not going to guarantee them, then you got to stay out of it." And apparently, it all came out in their favor because they're still doing what they want to. Because despite what people think, they deregulated airlines so more people could fly. Everybody does not have to fly. You're not, and if you can't, everybody is not entitled to, you know, the Rolex watch because you can't afford it. I mean, people just people got to start thinking about their own selves instead of what other people think. I mean, Hank's sitting down there on that 200-acre spread she's got down in Florida, feeding her gators every morning, and with her vault full of money. So, she keeps a low profile.
He just shows up for the little shows like the Tom in the Morning Show, right?
That's right. She just shows up to make look like she's, just somebody. She's probably like she's probably like this boy, well, my best friend in high school, his sister. She she was a country girl. She knew how to use a backhoe. She knew how to, they had cows and horses and whatnot. And she told this boy one time, she dated him twice, and he acted like he was going to hit her. And she said, "Let me tell you something. You hit me, and when I get up," she said, you will disappear. And I have 1,500 acres that I can bury you in. I have 1,500 acres in a backhoe, and I can find a place to bury you that nobody will ever find you.
Hmm.
So, needless to say, they didn't date anymore after that because she was
He
kind of scary.
disappeared. He disappeared all on his own.
Yeah, he disappeared on his own, but she was serious. And I said, "You really had it planned out?" She said, "You know what? We were plowing up the Forsyth track." She said he had never been found, meaning she was going to bury him in the night. When they plowed it the next day, any traces would have disappeared.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's it, Hank. That guy that broke into your house, he won't ever do it again because after he got that concrete block put around his ankle and you dropped him into that gator pit over in the swamp, that was taken care of.
Yep. Pigs and gators.
Yeah,
Pigs will eat crunch the bones even.
yeah. Pigs and
Not that I would know anything about that. Just what I've heard. So I've heard.
oh Lord. Um,
I mean, my uncle had a pig farm. There we go. That's why I know.
no, I'm not telling you you're poor, lag. I just think it's kind of stupid to put a lot of money on credit cards for stuff that's not going to last any time. You don't need, like I tell my boys, you don't need that 72-inch TV. You want it. Set enough money aside until you can get it. It's not like we don't have a TV in every room around here. You can go to another room and watch TV. I mean, it's actually we have too many TVs in this house. But you got to you got to you got to think about your future. What's a TV? Okay, it's a monitor. Do they even have broadcast systems in broadcast television, Jake?
What is it?
Do they still have broadcast TV?
Oh
Or
yeah, yeah. There's still local digital broadcast television
okay,
over the air. Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah. There's digital DTA, digital transmission to air.
yeah. Um,
Yeah, Lag has monitors, ankle monitors. That's what it is.
that's right. Lord, there was a meme. It was Fisher Price, my first ankle monitor. It was a toy ankle monitor, like when you're in house arrest. Oliver can have whatever he wants as long as I'm alive. Julie, he is spoiled. My daughter-in-law's doing better. The antibiotics the doctor put her on seems to be clearing up the infection. So hopefully she doesn't have to have. They don't have to go back in and reopen the incision. But I told my boys, I said, for right now, Oliver's it. Oliver is going to end up getting everything because nobody he'll be the only grandchild, so it'll all trickle down to him. Uh, but I got a ball or a 49 spaceship looking. Yeah, but Hank, you probably have alien visitors in your part of the country. Oh Lord, have mercy. True. Yeah, Hank. Right now, I don't see any more in my future because Angela doesn't seem like she's too big on having another one.
I'll give it a year and a half.
I told her, I said, she's got 2 years. I said, because this playpen will stay up. I'll give them 3 years. It's going to stay up, and then it's going to come down. Because if I take that thing apart, it's going in the dumpster. Because it took me forever to get that thing put up.
All right.
I don't remember maybe that's the reason it was the ones my kids had were dangerous or something. I don't know. It just seemed like they were like take them out the box and like poof they were up. Now it takes an hour to get it put together.
That's because you had to ship it to you, and before it was in a store, and you picked it up yourself. You didn't have to worry about how much it cost to ship it.
Yeah, give her a month. Don't know about that. She's already not looking forward to having to go back to work. So I can't wait till Jake has a couple. He's always so chipper and whatnot when he's only had 4 hours of sleep during the night, and that's been like in 30-minute groups. See if he goes from Mary Sunshine to you know the worst of the worst. His tenants will be going, oh my God, make sure you pay your bills because he's an
Big Tall
ass.
War Pal.
He is an ass now since he's had that kid. It's called not getting enough sleep. Yeah, he's good shape. I used the hell out of this monitor well worth. Yeah, my big monitor right here is a TV, and then I got two smaller monitors right there, and I guess to some people they want the 4K computer monitor. I really don't care. You know, I mean, I think I told you that story. The boys got me when we finished doing the painting and whatnot on the house. They got me a big TV, and I called Sergey the other day. I said something looks funny with this picture, and he looked at it and he said, "What?" And I said, "It just the image just looks different on it from regular, from my old TV." He said, "Daddy, this is because this isn't 4K." Well, actually, he says, "Father, this isn't 4K." And I'm like, "Oh, you really can tell a difference between normal TVs and 4K because it's like it's 3D type looking." But anyway, I'm just give me. I spend too much time listening and watching TV and YouTube and all that kind of crap anyway. All right, it's 10:03. Scott, yeah, I got stuff to do. I got to get done. I got to go pick up some scripts and whatnot. Scott, are you still listening? Are you going to do your show in the morning? Or are you going to still be sitting in the recliner with your weenie? Well, I guess he's trying to do something important. So anyway, look for Scott's show in the morning. Thank you, Jake, for coming in here. Good
For
luck at
sure.
the courthouse this morning.
Oh, they'll gladly take my money. That's going to be the easy part.
Um, are you talking to me, Hank? Oh,
I think probably about your list easier.
oh no, I've got some listings. I just got to get the pictures taken. No, I was preoccupied all day yesterday. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go. I got to go to the bank. I got to go to the pharmacy, pick up a script, and then I've got to. I want to get. I want to get a few listings up today. So, because I got a bunch of stuff. I got three Starbucks coffee mugs around here somewhere that I that was in that box of cups I bought.
There you go.
They were worth $26. So
That's good. That's good.
I got about 50 cents in them. So anyway, all right, guys. Thank you, Jake, for coming in and hanging out with me. I will be
Yeah,
glad.
yeah.
I will be so glad when that old man gets back off of lollygagging around the world. I don't remember approving him to be gone for 2 weeks. All right, everybody, have a great day. Make some money. Bye.